Hi everyone, it's Matt Weaver, and thank you for joining me for your morning shot. An interesting question was posed to us recently. With interest rates expected to continue to rise, how will this impact the housing market and purchase demand? As real estate professionals, whether as a realtor or loan officer, the idea of rising rates can trigger a great deal of anxiety for the impact on our business. Though published in December of 2016, our friend Diana Olick at CNBC published a wonderful piece that provides for one perspective that may allow for some relief to our discomfort. The article, entitled "How Rising Mortgage Rates May Not Matter for Housing," offers an interesting forecast for the environment we might expect to see this year. The title alone may entice a deep sigh of relief, but let's not be too hasty. For as the ancient proverb goes, hope for the best and prepare for the worst. It is important to consider all opinions when attempting to make sense of things. The premise of Diana's article is as the title reads, that interest rates may not necessarily have the type of negative impact on housing that conventional wisdom might expect. She goes on to say that, quote, after all, increasing rates are indicative of a stronger economy, and a stronger economy favors housing. Additionally, Doug Duncan, chief economist at Fannie Mae, pointed out in an interview with National Mortgage News that if interest rates are rising because an economy is growing more rapidly, then typically incomes also rise, and the rise in incomes offsets the increase in the size of mortgage payment, and housing goes just fine. It is important we take a moment to pause and recall that interest rates, even though having risen from the national average of 3.5 to 4.25%, still remain near historic lows. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services President Stephen Phillips points out it may not seem that way too recent. First-time buyers and those considering a home purchase. But ask any baby boomer, and they'll be happy to share with you about the time when interest rates were in the double digits. Nonetheless, according to researchers at Zillow, quote, buying a home is less tied to current mortgage rates and more closely linked to consumers' financial well-being. Life events such as job changes, promotions, or a change in the number of people in a household are precipitating factors for a purchase. Vice President of Mortgages at Zillow, Aaron Lance, added to the company's survey results that, quote, rising rates may impact the location or size of the home they hope to purchase, but buyers that are fully committed to buying a home are unlikely to be swayed by the Federal Open Market Committee's decision to raise rates. This opinion continues to be observable in today's market as one of the most pressing issues regarding housing has absolutely nothing to do with home prices or annual housing expenses, but rather the supply of homes available to purchase. We recall from last week's morning shot that the National Association of Realtors recently reported that there were only 1.83 million existing homes for sale. That's 6.6% below the number available at the end of the first quarter in 2016, and exclaiming we had the strongest quarterly sales pace in exactly a decade. Maybe another more prevalent version of the aforementioned proverb from earlier from the legendary Zig Ziglar can provide for a compass for which to navigate. Expect the best, prepare for the worst, capitalize on what comes. As a reminder, you can subscribe to Your Morning Shot podcast on Apple iTunes. Please rate our content. Like us on Facebook. Share our content. Like us on LinkedIn. Your feedback counts. Today I'm so grateful for understanding the importance on remaining current. I appreciate you joining me. Hopefully you can find a way to apply your shot into today. Until tomorrow, have a better day today than yesterday.